Good afternoon from EPCOT Center. We're here today on February 20th, which is the very last day of the International Festival of the Arts. So we're here to do the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine, and normally I would have my my passport here, my festival passport, to show you guys some information about the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine, but they're all out of festival passports up here at the front. So we have to head back into World Showcase to get one of the passports to see which food items we need to complete our wonderful walk of colorful cuisine, and then finally get our completer cookie, I'm assuming, or treat, our completer treat at the end of it. So basically there are 7 different food items around World Showcase at the various Festival of the Arts booths, food booths, that you can try 5 of. That doesn't mean 5 different things. It can be 5 of the same thing. It can be 5 different things. It can be 3 of one thing, 2 of another, 4 of one thing, 1 of another. It can be any combination. As long as you get 5 stamps from around World Showcase, you will have completed the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine, and you get your completer treat. So that's what we're doing today. Also, I got a boarding group for Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm headed there right now because they just called my boarding group. We're gonna go ride that first, then we'll head into World Showcase, try some food. The one thing that I was a bit concerning about this wonderful walk of colorful cuisine is that there were a lot of seafood items on there, and you guys know I don't like seafood items, so we're gonna have to try to find a few other things. We might end up just not getting as much variety in this particular stroll as we would in, say, like the cookie stroll or some of the other ones for the other festivals. So let's head back into Guardians of the Galaxy and then into World Showcase. Let's get our day started. Also, today is President's Day, so it is gonna be a very busy day here at EPCOT. They parked me in the very back of the parking lot. A cool 45-minute wait for Spaceship Earth. Ooh, buddy, it's gonna be a busy day for sure. Oh, I just found all of the menu items online, and there's only one, there's just the scallop, and that's the only seafood item, so we'll be able to try a bunch of stuff. I was incorrect. All right, here we go, Guardians of the Galaxy. I wonder what song I'm gonna get. I feel like I haven't gotten very many songs. I actually haven't ridden this very many times. So, we're getting on it today. This is a first for me. As soon as the doors open, the line is right there. Like, we're waiting to check in with our Magic Band for our return time, but like, there's just people waiting right inside the sliding doors. Oh, okay, it must have just been backed up for a second. There's quite a line, but not as much as I thought there was going to be.
Citizens, past and present. Turkey leg. Why only the leg? What about the rest of this creature? We are eager to learn the answers to these questions and so much more. To uncover the true story, I spoke with the captain of the group.
I am Nova Prime Irani Rayan, commander of the Nova Corps. I hope you have enjoyed exploring the wonders of Xandar.
EPCOTians, citizens of EPCOT. The molecular structure is very similar to Xandarians. It should work. It'll work. So long as you are standing inside the lighted ring.
What's happening?
I'm not sure. Our power's out, and the cosmic generator is gone.
This species has failed.
Wait, whoa, we didn't even know there was a test.
It's not the cosmic generator.
So as soon as Drax mentions toast, that's when the doors open up. That's when the mad dash begins to try to get on the roller coaster. Let's do it.
Okay, I've locked onto your vehicle.
We'll be right behind you.
Nothing to worry about.
Unless we cannot stop this unusually large man.
Good luck!
What is that noise?
No one's gonna stop rock and roll from existing.
I think we're jumping back.
The Big Bang!
Look at that generator. It's the only way back.
Hey, got the generator! There it is! Instruction manual.
Just formed. That gives me gas. Do you really think they deserve to be called heroes? Do you see how they dress?
It's just a figure of speech, Drax.
Ah, you are lying to them. Now I understand.
Yes. Guardians of the Galaxy is a good time as always. That was my first time getting one way or another. It was okay. Still was not as good as Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I think that is the best song to get on Guardians of the Galaxy, but I still haven't experienced all of them. I think there's maybe like 1 or 2 more that I haven't had yet. We're gonna keep riding it. Still a lot of fun. Best roller coaster at Walt Disney World for sure. So like I said, today is the last day for Festival of the Arts, and Flower and Garden Festival begins on March 1st, so they are starting to set out topiaries. We've got a Buzz Lightyear topiary over here by Mission Space. There's a 90-minute wait for Test Track, and as of recently, a bunch of people have been coming up to me and asking me if the parks are normally this busy, but yes, they are. It has been exceptionally busy recently here at Walt Disney World. Universal's been a little bit different, SeaWorld's definitely been different, but Walt Disney World has been consistently busy for the past few weeks. All right, over here by Test Track is Modern, and this is where the very first item on the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine is, and you can see by that little emblem right there on the menu, the pan-seared scallops are part of this particular walk. And I was able to get one of the passports too, so you can see it says purchase any 5 menu items from the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine locations. Make sure you collect a stamp. Once you have filled your pallet by collecting 5 stamps, then you take your passport to Deco Delights for a festival treat. So you can take this and bring it back anytime during the Festival of the Arts. Today just happens to be the last day, so I'm doing all of it today. So, like I said, this is the only thing right here, this pan-seared scallops, that is seafood type thing. So I can get the blood orange braised beef tartare, the empanada, the key lime pie, with the orange mousse, that sounds delicious, almond frangipan, and the popped art. It says that it's new, but it's not new. It's been there. I wonder why it says new. I guess they changed it a little bit. I don't know. All right, so let's pick out what we're gonna get. So our first 2 things are pretty close to here, that deconstructed dish and Deco Delights. I'm also gonna get one other thing, this decadent Valorana chocolate. Sounds amazing, Valorana chocolate. So I'm gonna get that, even though that's not on the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine, but the orange mousse is, so we're gonna get a couple of things at that booth. Ooh, as we're getting more towards the center on the other side of Creation Shop, just behind Spaceship Earth, we can see there's a lot of construction update happening here, like a lot of vertical building. I believe that this is going to be the festival, like multi-purpose space that they're gonna have. Here's something I haven't done this entire time, is take a look at some of the chalk art around. Wow. So it's like they're trying to imitate specific artists. This is amazing, especially because they're making this stuff out of chalk. Oh, this is cool. And then Nate Baranowski has a little 3D art over here. So you stand here and you take a photo of somebody out there, and it looks like they're standing in a 3-dimensional chalk art. This is Trevor Carlton, and he does some performance painting up here to Harry Styles. Some art by Rob Kaz right here. I like it. It's good stuff. Oh yeah, look, there's the Galaxy's Edge right there. That's Batuu. Oh, there is the Falcon coming into Batuu. That's fun and exciting. Yeah, a lot of like Disney-centric, park-centric stuff. Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom. So our first stop is Deco Delights, and this is actually where you will come to get your completer treat. It's right across from the port of entry gift shop here. And this is the old Starbucks location over here. So I'm gonna kind of give you an idea of where we're at. We can see Spaceship Earth through there. Oh, and also, before we do that, I should also mention they have started putting in the quilt work for Flower and Garden Festival. You can see there's a sun over there. Maybe it might be a flower, a Minnie Mouse. So this is the flower quilt work that will be here for Flower and Garden Festival. Also, we get a pretty good view of that construction in the center there. So like I was saying, we're gonna get 2 things. We're gonna get the Valorana chocolate, and we're gonna get the orange mousse, which the orange mousse is on the color walk. I'm gonna start calling it the color walk now because that's a little bit easier, right? I like that this is sweet treats inspired by Art Deco from the Gilded Jazz Age, from the pastels of Miami Beach. Okay, all right, it's good times. So yeah, I'm excited for this and this. This one, I don't know, Dolce Chocolate Mousse does not sound too appealing to me, and also doesn't look as nice as this. So those are the 2 we're getting. So the first thing that I got is not on the color walk, and is the Decadent Valorana chocolate with dark chocolate mousse, chocolate brownie, and cassis mousse. And this was $5. I gotta admit, this thing looks amazing. It looks really neat. And then the second thing that I got is actually on the color walk, and that is the orange mousse with lemon cake and raspberry meringues. And this was also $5. I like the colors of this. It really does feel like Miami, you know? All right, I'm gonna try this decadent Valharana first because the ice cream is already melting. Like, delicious ice cream. Let's try this fudge and brownie. Super fudgy. That's delicious. It's like a mix between a cake and a brownie with like a little bit of fudge action in there. Dark chocolate mousse with a chocolate brownie. Okay, so you're getting the mix of the mousse and the brownie. So the top half of it up here is the mousse and the bottom half down here is brownie. So when you're biting into it, make sure you try to get a little bit of everything. All right, so let me try to get a little bit just of the mousse. See how that tastes. I can't get it not with the ice cream because the ice cream is just kind of melted all over the plate now. Okay, there's like a raspberry thing underneath, right? Oh, they didn't really tell me what this like white was in it. Yeah, looking at a cross section of it, I'm not really sure what this kind of like light colored stuff in the center is here. Either way you look at it, everything about this dish is delicious. I like it. It's dark chocolate, it's brownie, it's chewy, it's sweet, but not too sweet. The ice cream adds like a nice cool flavor to it, but it does melt really fast in the hot Florida sun. And the brownie is so like ooey gooey. That's real nice. Interesting combination of having the fudgy brownie and like the creamy mousse. I would definitely get this again. So mousse looks fantastic. I don't even know if I can hold it up to the camera to show you guys, but I like this like blue and the purples and the yellows. Very Festival of the Arts. But let's see how it is. I feel like I can just pick this thing up. It's on like a little cracker. Well, the crackers, the shortbread cookie is not very stable. I don't know what that was. Oh, it's like a candied lemon peel. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of citruses in there because the mousse is orange, the cake is lemon. I would call that more of a cookie than a cake. Just kidding. This is the lemon cake. So a lemon cake here, which had one of the meringues on top of it. Let's try this lemon cake. It's like a lemon Skittle. Oh, not what I was hoping for, but it's not bad. Let's try one of these meringues. Typical meringue, actually kind of bland. So the mousse was refreshing and I liked it, but I have to admit that that chocolate brownie thing was way better than this orange mousse. And I feel like the chocolate brownie thing was colorful enough to have been on the color walk. Should have just included it. I'm more of a chocolate fan, I guess. The chocolate thing was ridiculously good. This thing was just good. So, on to the next booth. Deconstructed Dish, which is actually where we get the deconstructed key lime pie. And we've had this before, and it's good. So I'm excited for it. All right, next stop, Deconstructed Dish, which is just across from the previous Starbucks location and refreshment port. Kind of over here around Pop Eats. So this pathway leads us back up to Journey into Imagination, and then eventually Seas with Nemo's and Friend and the exit to the park in front of Spaceship Earth. But yeah, this is where we're at. Gonna get something from Deconstructed Dish. Also, it should be mentioned, we've tried both of the other things from this menu before, and they were both delicious. And we'll put a link to that video in the description down below so you can see what the other items from this booth are like. So this is the Deconstructed Key Lime Pie. Flexible key lime curd, key lime mousse, but key lime is in quotations, graham cracker cake and meringues. Oh, because the cake looks like a lime. That's why they're saying, in quotes, key lime. So this was $6.25. So I'm gonna try this flexible curd first. It's very like jiggly. That's great, tastes like key lime. I love it. All right, I'm gonna try the mousse now. It looked like a key lime, and now it just looks like a green ball. Something's off about that one. It's not very limey. It doesn't taste like a lot of flavor of lime, but it's more creamy than it is with a lime flavor to it. And now typically on a key lime pie, you get a graham cracker crust. So they have a graham cracker cake that's sitting on a raspberry smear, and the raspberry kind of like overpowers the graham cracker. Almost tastes like a cornbread, like the consistency of a cornbread, but with graham cracker instead of corn. I think that this flexible key lime curd is the best part of it, and it's really good. So right across from Gourmet Landscapes, which is the Canada booth, we've got some more Flower and Garden Festival topiaries. So we got Bambi and Thumper and Flower over here in the flowers. There's a sign for the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. Color does brighten things up, doesn't it? And it kind of gives you the description of what you're doing during the colorful walk. And then it shows you the completer treat. I think this is what we get, a little palette cookie. Oh, I just realized I was about to look in my passport to see where the next thing was. And it's right here at Gourmet Landscapes. We're gonna get the blood orange braised beet tartare. I do also want to mention that these stamps that they're putting in my passport are barely able to be seen. Look at this blue one. It just looks like a If this got rain on it, it would be done for. So this is the blood orange braised beet tartare with mustard vinaigrette, pickled clamshell mushrooms, and golden beets. This is vegetarian and gluten friendly, and it was $5.50. First observation, this does not look very appetizing at all, but let's give it a try. It is a cold dish too, so they brought it out of the refrigerator. Okay, it tastes like a beet salad. So it has olive oil in it and a vinaigrette. These clamshell mushrooms are so tiny, they don't really add any flavor to it at all. Well, maybe they do. The slightest hint of mushroom flavor in there. There are also, something crunchy is in there. It looks like pumpkin seeds or pepitas. It's actually quite nice on a hot day like this. The other dish at the Gourmet Landscapes is a roasted bone marrow. Super heavy dish compared to something like light and fresh like this. But it is very reminiscent of just like a salad. Because you're getting the vinaigrette and the olive oil in there, it gives it a very salady flavor, like a salad dressing on it. I kind of like it. It's like a refreshing alternative to some of the heavier things that we've had, or like some of the sweet treats that we've had. It makes you feel like you're eating something somewhat healthy, which is a nice change at Walt Disney World. Yeah, after I made it through it, I'm happy with that purchase. Felt good about it. All right, our next spot is Vibrante and Vivito in Canto Cocina, and we're getting the chorizo and potato empanada. So we're headed around World Showcase to get there. So we're passing by Canada, then the UK, then France. Well, this is pretty great. There's a House of Blues booth here where you can buy all kinds of folk art. Check this out.
Have you ever been to House of Blues?
Wow, this is great.
Oh, that's what we're here.
I like this alien one, Space Frog. Well, this top row is all artists that have passed. As we enter into the UK, we're starting to see some more topiaries set up for Flower and Garden. We've got Piglet, Eeyore, Tigger, Pooh, and Rabbit over there. I like how fluffy the Pooh topiary is. He's so fluffy. It should also be mentioned that Florida is pretty confused about what season it is. Still winter everywhere else, but Florida, springtime. We already had our first big pollen bloom too. There are a few places in Walt Disney World that just feel magical. Watching these flowers fall, Skyliner go by, the water moving, the breeze blowing, the music happening, all the people walking behind me, excited for their day. This is Disney right here. And we've made it over to France, and I cannot reiterate how bad this was. It was bad. Although, this is another one of those chocolate and hazelnut cake with pure origin chocolates and passion fruit mango sauce. Ooh, that sounds good. Kind of sad I didn't try that. Or did I? Maybe I did. After we make our way through France, here we are, Vibrante and Vivito in Canto Cocina, and we're gonna be getting the empanada. I do have to mention Disney, for goodness sakes, if you're doing authentic Colombian cuisine inspired by the Disney animated film Encanto, please get arepas. They mention it in a song specifically in the movie. It seems like a no-brainer to me. Right next door, we do have some art prints of Mirabelle. I like this one a lot. It's cool looking. We got rescuers too. Because this is Snow White. Oh, and this Haunted Mansion one. These are great. I like this one a lot. So we got the announcement that the Hatbox Ghost was coming, but I wonder when that's happening. All right, so I got the empanada, but on the way out, I found some more art that I liked. Hunchback, a Tree of Life over here. Miss Marvel. More Encanto. This one is very cool. Luke and Grogu. Look at that. Oh, wow. I like this a lot. It's called Ticket to Believe by Nidhi Chinani. This is I love this one a lot. This is the chorizo and potato empanada with turmeric aioli and annatto aioli. Just look at the inside of it. So that's the chorizo and potatoes in there. And this was $6.75. So our first bite has a little bit of everything in it. Let's give it a try. It's got both aiolis on it and the potatoes and the chorizo in there. There we go. Got a little kick of spice to it. All right. That is the biggest flavor that I get, is the spiciness of it. And then guessing I'm getting the turmeric. I need to look up what this annatto stuff is. Kind of getting a little tiny bit of a tomato flavor in there. And the chorizo is ground up, so it feels like you're eating like a beef empanada. Okay, so I looked it up. The chorizo is usually made with pork. So I'm getting more of like a beefy feel to it than a pork feel to it. And then the annatto is an orange-red condiment and food coloring derived from the seeds of the achiote tree. It doesn't say what the flavor might be, or what does it taste like? Let's see. It's often used to impart a yellow or orange color to foods. Also for the flavor and aroma, its scent is described as slightly peppery with a hint of nutmeg. Slightly nutty and sweet and peppery. Not getting a lot of that flavor in there. I'm just getting a lot of the spice from the chorizo, really. Still, I like this. It is good. Not too salty or anything like that. It is just the spice that you're getting. I wish they told me what the pepper was that's in here. Smoked paprika and garlic. That's it? Pork smoked paprika and garlic? Well, there you go. I don't know what the spice is because it's not smoked paprika. Because it's spicy. It's back of the throat spicy too. But I do like the flavor of this. I would get this again. I had somebody recommend me the house-made crispy almond phyllo pockets. Said that they were eye-rollingly good. So we're headed into Tangerine Cafe Flavors of Medina. And the only thing that I'm concerned about is white chocolate pomegranate and milk chocolate orange. Milk chocolate orange is not my favorite flavor at all. So we're gonna give it a try still. This is not on the color walk. So this is the house-made crispy almond phyllo pockets with white chocolate pomegranate and dark chocolate orange. And this was $4.75, and I feel pretty good about it because I can see underneath, I think that is the white chocolate pomegranate and the dark chocolate orange drizzled underneath the phyllo pockets. I'll have to see what's inside. I think they're just full of almond. Can't really see it. There's a concoction inside that is almond and cinnamon and sugar, and it's really good. It tastes like a deconstructed churro. Like if they blended up a churro and put it inside a phyllo dough, that's what this would be. So if you like churros, I feel like you would really like this. Let me try to get some of the chocolate and the pomegranate and the orange. So if you get this dish looking for like the chocolate orange flavor or the white chocolate pomegranate flavor, you're not gonna get it. This is all almonds all day, cinnamon, sugar, that sort of stuff. There is a light dusting of powdered sugar on it. But yeah, this is all about the phyllo dough and what's inside of it. And what's inside of it is cinnamon sugar type thing, like cinnamon and brown sugar. It's good. It's really good. Here's a better shot of what it looks like on the inside. That way it gives you an idea of what the filling is. All right, so that is 4 of our 5 treats. We have 3 more options that we could do, one of them being the scallop, and the other 2 are back up at the front. One at Pop Eats being the frangipane cake, and the other one over at the Odyssey building, which is the Pop-Tart. And I'm kind of feeling like we had the Pop-Tart already, so I'm gonna go over to Pop Eats and get the frangipane cake. Cause it's always you and me, always and forever. Just a quick month and a half left in having these barges out here on World Showcase Lagoon. Still doing maintenance on them over there. They're maintaining one of the arms. Oh, over in Japan, they have set up a music garden that will be activated with water, but they haven't turned it on yet. You can see they've got some shakers, like maraca style shakers down here. Got a tambourine up here. Got some wind chimes. Oh, with a hidden Mickey up at the top. We've got some drums down here that'll play when the water fills up in these bamboo pieces. This is gonna be awesome. I cannot wait to hear this when they turn it on. I'm assuming for Flower and Garden Festival. Now we've got another one over here. I have not seen this before at Flower and Garden Festival, and I cannot wait to hear what it sounds like. This is neat. They've got a barge with a boom lift on it, floating through World Showcase Lagoon. You can hear the Japan drummers behind me. Still making our way back up to the front of the park, just passing through Italy and over into Germany. Look at this gigantic Moana piece by William Silvers. Pretty great. Look at Hey there. Also, I'm feeling a little bit like Maui would not be hugging Pua like this. Like Maui's hungry all the time, isn't he? Oh, I just noticed the manta ray in the waves. That's really a neat detail. In case you guys have never known, in between the African outpost and the China pavilion, there's a drawbridge to allow larger structures out into World Showcase Lagoon. Like for instance, this boom here, and then also this, kind of looks like it's for laying conduit or pipe. I don't know what it is. Admittedly, when the drawbridge is up, it does create quite a backup. Slowly, slowly it's coming back down. And there'll be a mad rush across. Oh, look at this bottleneck right here. I have no idea what's going on. There's a lot of people for sure. Made it around here to the Odyssey building, just across from the Mexico booth. And I got some more topiaries of the 3 caballeros. Donald, Josue, and Panchito. Tim Rogerson over here. These are amazing. This Oswald one, so good. Also this Lotso one, I don't know if it's just not done yet, but it still looks awesome the way that it is. And this Figment one too. Oh, there he goes. He's finishing it up now. All right, we made it back up to the entrance to World Showcase. And we're going just over here to Pop Eats, kind of like on the way back to the Imagination Pavilion. See, the good news is I had to come back to Deco Delights anyways for my completer treat, but we are going just around the corner over here to this building right here for Pop Eats. We're gonna get the grilled cheese, but we're getting the almond frangipane. This is the almond frangipane cake layered with raspberry jam and Belgium chocolate, and this was $4.75. All right, so we have had this cake in years past, and it's always been kind of not my favorite. I do like how dense it is. It's not like a big fluffy cake, it's like a super dense cake. There's something about, I think it's the raspberry that I don't like. It's just like a very, you need some form of liquid to like wash it down. Not my favorite thing. If there was more chocolate, I think I'd be happy with it. The chocolate layer is very, very thin. It looks very nice and it's a cool design, but not my favorite cake that you can get. Very heavy raspberry flavor. The almond is kind of there. You are getting like an almond flavor in the cake, but we did it. That was our wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. Now we have to head back to Deco Delights and get our completer treat. So we're gonna finish up this cake, go over and get our completer treat, which should be a nice little cookie. And you know, I love a cookie. So to redeem your completer treat, you do not need to go up to the cash register again. You just need to come over here to this second window and you'll get your completer treat. Oh, look at this. I got two things. I got the little palette cookie and I got a mixed berry smoothie and a souvenir cup. I get to take home this little plastic cup that says Wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine. Wow. I feel as if we got like a lot more for this particular walk than we have for previous walks. Previously, like for the cookie stroll, you just get a cookie. Here, we're getting a cookie, a cup, and a drink. I'm getting the value here. All right, let's give this mixed berry smoothie a try. It's nice. It is refreshing after like traversing all of World Showcase eating things. It's nice to have like a nice light smoothie. Got strawberries in there. We got raspberries in there. Some blueberries as well. It's pretty good. I like it. There is kind of like a white speckliness on the top that I don't really know what that is. And I also feel like maybe it should be thicker because it's kind of like just water at this point. Like maybe it hadn't set up in like the little smoothie machine yet, but it's very nice. It's just like a mixed fruit drink at this point. And as for this cookie, it is just a sugar cookie that is in the shape of an artist palette. So I'm gonna take this home for maybe to eat later or for Jen, because I have had a lot of sweets today. So, but I like it, it's very cute. A lot of all the different colors. And it's, you know, it's a sugar cookie. You can tell by the back. Or maybe like a shortbread cookie. I'm sure it's delicious. Making our way up to the front of the park. Let's stop in Creation Shop, see if there's anything interesting in here. Oh, they have some little baby t-shirts. Perfect for newborns, you know, all the way up. Some 3 months, some 9 months. Amazing. This is the first time seeing anything like this. All right, so there you have it. That was our trip out to EPCOT for the final day of Festival of the Arts. I love this festival. The food is good, the art is great. Today was super crowded. I really had a good time doing the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. It's a mouthful. Really had a good time doing the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. Some of the stuff, not my favorite thing to eat, but there wasn't anything that I was like, oh, this is disgusting. You know, I really like the beet salad, surprisingly. Like the beet tartare, that was amazing. I really liked that. It made me feel good. I liked the chocolate thing that wasn't actually on the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine from Deco Delights. That was really good. I liked the deconstructed key lime pie. That was very delicious. But I am glad that we got to do it. Like I said, we got to see some great art. We got to ride Guardians. Guardians was fun as ever. It was a great day. Just to warn you guys, we are heading into Flower and Garden Festival. So just be aware that that is the first time that a Floridian gets a sunburn is the first day of Flower and Garden Festival. So be prepared. The sun is starting to get high in the sky and you will get burnt if you come out here. And it's hot too. So all in all, a fantastic day. And with that being said, we are off. We'll see y'all tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price.